Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen. So this is another teacher issue, and oh, they just keep coming. And so I kind of feel like this is sort of telling. I'm just going to go into it. I'm going to go there, and I'm going to go there. So anyway, let me read the article. So, a former New York City teacher is heading to court after she was accused of forcing black students to lie on the floor while she stood on their backs during a lesson about slavery. Okay, so let's see how this turns out. We don't know yet. So, following her termination in October, Patricia Cummings said that she was the victim of reverse discrimination and is now ramping up a $1 billion class action lawsuit. Okay, so she says she's the victim of what is called for her reverse discrimination. So I have no career at this point, Cummings said at a Thursday press conference per the New York Post, describing how the allegations made against her was has affected her life. So Cummings said that the accusation that she stepped on students' backs is a lie, though she acknowledged that she had her students sit close together on the floor to demonstrate conditions on slave ships. Okay, so we don't know what all happened in this room. And so she may have been demonstrating something, but it was seen as offensive, I guess, to some others. And so she had been fired. So Miss Cummings is a dedicated and com- competent teacher who should never have been subjected to these false accusations, which have damaged her career and her reputation. So Cummings' attorney, Thomas Loyty, told local affiliate ABC7 on Thursday, this is a case of blatant reverse discrimination. So Yahoo Lifestyle has reached out to Loyty for further comment. So a 37-year-old former teacher said that at Thursday's press conference, oh boy, that the testimony of a black teacher who saw the slavery lesson in question will clear her name. Okay, so this is the teacher here. Her name is Patricia Cummings. Says that she was a victim of reverse discrimination when she was fired from her New York City teaching job. Okay, so anyone who has met me knows that I do not have that bone in my body, Cummings said. I was brought up, you treat everybody the way that you want to be treated. So Cummings filed a $120 million lawsuit against New York City Department of Education and other city agencies, as reported by the Post. But Lottie says that they're also building a class action suit or case with other alleged victims of reverse discrimination as well. So he believes that the case is worth $1 billion. The New York City Department of Education, however, said in a statement in ABC7 that Cummings was terminated based on a thorough investigation and the review of her performance as an educator, adding that it will review her complaint. And so that's pretty much how this one goes. So I don't know. I wasn't in the classroom. This is just the article. And so she claimed that she was having the kids sit close together, but I guess it didn't sit well with some others that were in that room. So without further ado, I'm going to play the video.
Patricia Cummings planning to sue for $1 billion. That is with a B. She says it was a teachable moment. Her 7th grade class was learning about slavery and blacks traveling from Africa to America.
Her lesson sparked a complaint and then controversy. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Stacey Sager.
I would have the phone ready at 911, so I would have to do is hit 10.
Patricia Cummings, a former New York City teacher, describing the death threats she received after a lesson here at Bronx Middle School 118 in the Tremont section last year. It happened when her 7th grade social studies class was watching a portion of a movie depicting the Middle Passage, the torturous journey Africans made to America to be slaves.
A student decided to, I'm going to quote from the investigative report, waddle around the room, blatantly making fun of it to the point where I had to stop my lesson, address that, and have a teachable moment. And that 20 seconds of a teachable moment is what has changed my life.
Cummings points out a Daily News cover story with her picture, claiming she singled out black students and told them to lie on the floor face down and then stepped on their backs. She was reassigned and then terminated this fall. Cummings maintains she did nothing more than ask volunteers in her class to sit close together. And the conclusion from the Chancellor's Office of Special Investigations was that the accusation of corporal punishment from just one student was unsubstantiated. Cummings now planning a $1 billion lawsuit against the city, the Daily News, and a host of others.
White teachers are sometimes typecast as racist, and they're not racist. So it's a case of reverse discrimination.
I call my students my kids because I care about all of them.
And her school is predominantly black and Hispanic. In fact, a black teacher was actually present in the room during the alleged incident. In the investigation, he described the lesson as, quote, appropriate. Meanwhile, the city claims Cummings was fired based on her performance, but today she showed reviews which rate her as an effective teacher, one who's had to live with threats.
But I should be followed home, my house should be burned down.
Also out of a job, living on unemployment.
For decades, banks have been getting away with it, charging.
Okay, so that's pretty much the article. So what do you think about this story? Because it's possible that some people may have misinterpreted her lesson. Then again, we don't know. I wasn't in the room. So I just thought I would bring this out because there are incidences where these type of topics come up in the classrooms. You know, what I'm shocked is that, you know, I've been in some rooms where they don't even talk about slavery. They don't talk about it at all. And so I'm actually surprised that they even talk about it. But I guess depending on where the location of the school is, again, I said this, depending on where the school is and what the environment or the demographics of children and rather than the race of children that are attending the school. If you have a larger number of certain ethnic groups that attend the school, then they talk about subjects or talk about things that have to do with historical facts. And so lessons will come in there such as these, but, you know, having to do with, you know, slavery and whatnot. But I think they should do that in all the classrooms, no matter where it is, especially too in California, but I don't really see those conversations come up very often at all. And so I'm just surprised. But what do you think about this story? Do you think that she maliciously did this, like what they said, stepped on kids' backs, or do you think people just jumped the gun and may just be, you know, saying these things because they're offended about the whole issue of slavery altogether? So with that being said, I'm going to let this video go. Like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for listening.